Hi, and welcome back to my video lecture series on how to be an awesome paralegal, legal assistant, or legal secretary. Now, if you're a paralegal, there's going to be an importance to maybe establish your own collection of things, because if you're working with a temp agency or on contract, you are going to be moving around from job to attorney to help on different projects. Now, establishing a collection of books, no, you don't need to run out there and buy hundreds of dollars of books, because these books are, very, very expensive. We do have a really nice law library here in Houston, but one of the best books that I have found, and you can usually find them for cheap at half-price books. Usually the backdated versions are the previous years. If you can get in good with an attorney and say, hey, whenever you get the updated version, can I have the old version? Most of them are just going to throw them out to the trash or give them away to another attorney. But some of the best books, or one of the best collection of books that I have yet to find, are the O'Connors. And you can get these. This one's an old one. This is Federal Civil Trials. And this is, of course, from 2009. So it's kind of old. I do have a 2010 around here somewhere. And I think I have a 2011. So inside, of course, you're just going to go through, and it's going to have the different rules. If you need to know the rules for different pleadings and different things that happen in a trial. There's a family selection, and these books are not generally expensive. Like, there is my favorites are the forms. Now, the form collection books, where it'll have, you want the rules as well, but I'm going to say usually the forms will give you the tips and tricks and things that you need to know to piecing pleading together, or piecing discovery together under different stipulations of a case. So it is going to help you put together your basic pleadings and your basic discovery for cases. These O'Connor's books, the publishing company, I think, is called Jones McClure or something like that. As you can see, I did put my name on this one, not yours, because I didn't want somebody to, like in the office I was working at previously, they did have some people come through there and try to sell books. So books are very costly. You can get good copies of O'Connor's at the half-price bookstore. I do see form books at half-price books quite often, very cheap, no more than 20 bucks. Like, I got an employment law forms book, not employment law forms, but family law forms and things like that for like $26, as compared to the normal price of like $90 or whatever the book costs. Generally, I think these books are not that expensive, somewhere between the $90 and $150 range. And they usually come with a CD. Now, if they come with a CD, you don't have to, try to like, I like to read inside of the form book and kind of type it as I see it, because the CD, they do come with the CD generally, and you can go in and see what kind of form you will need. Usually they title the form a number and a consonant, and then you go in and find that form, and then you can piece it together the way you need to fit to the case. So that does make it a bit easier for you to be working as a paralegal and moving around. Now, you'll see that most attorneys use cookie cutter type forms in their office, meaning that if they have a way of filing a case, they're probably going to be using the exact same form over and over and over. So it's pertinent to understand that you need to scour that document and make sure all names are changed, make sure you've got the right court number on top, the right case number on top of the pleading, and of course, whatever attorney you're working for, you need to make sure that his information is at the end of the pleading for signature. All your signature blocks are there. Like I said, go through and make sure if it was a he, you need to make, and if you're now representing a woman, you need to make sure it's he to she, or if you're swapping ideas around, you need to make sure and go through that document and scour it, because like I said, most law firms do go into a folder, because they've handled many cases. They are going to pull up a document that they've used in the past and just edit it around the new case and print it out for filing. So, but if you're traveling around, you're not going to be allowed to take that information with you because of perhaps issues of confidentiality going out. You don't want to bring in a memory stick and try to get copies of these forms yourself unless you've got permission to do that in black line, or make sure that things in there are removed before you save that information if they allow you to do that. But if you're not allowed to do that, you are going to want to be reliable upon your own resources, and the way to do that is books. And like I said, O'Connor's is a cheap avenue for paralegals and attorneys to get those forms accessible to you, and they're going to be more reliable than trying to go on the internet and trying to search divorce pleading, because you're not going to get it. You're going to want to go to the form book, or you're going to want to rely upon the attorney's office for generating these documents